Good morning from Arctic Spas here in Burlington. Chris literally had to say to me, Emily, no, you cannot showcase every single spa that we have because we just have too many. We are here with Chris, who is the general manager at Arctic Spas. And thanks for having us. I know it's been a while since you've been on the show, but we're glad to be back.
Well, 6 years. Time flies. It feels like yesterday. But
yeah.
Emily, thanks for being here.
Yeah, no problem. Give us the history of the business.
Well, we're into year number 30. This is number 30
wow.
for us. And we just had a big celebration out in Edmonton where I got to attend, which was awesome and exciting, and hang out with the folks out west and kind of learn a little bit more about our history, but celebrate it more than anything, because 30 years is a big accomplishment.
That's
in the hot tub world. Huge.
Yeah, and the fact that it's a Canadian company is so special right now.
I think so.
Yeah.
I mean, being Canadian, one thing, but just having this wonderful down-home kind of feel to Arctic Spas, and it really is. It's got this great rural Alberta story where we kind of came from a small manufacturer and blew up to almost 200 stores worldwide.
Wow, that's incredible.
Yeah.
200 stores worldwide, small town Alberta. Yeah. And you know what? I think it really shows that small town charm in what you guys do here.
I think so. If you look around at the products, I mean, we still use real redwood cedar.
It smells awesome in here.
It does. Yeah, I know it does. I'm kind of desensitized to it over all the years. But
so nice.
Yeah.
And it's all customizable.
All customizable. So every one of our hot tubs themselves can be built in hundreds of thousands of combinations, which is crazy to think about.
Hundreds of thousands?
Hundreds of thousands when you talk about options and colors and cabinets and covers and all the wonderful things that we can do with a hot tub.
Okay, so this area I know that Luke is kind of showcasing right now. You guys just kind of put this in and got it all sorted.
Yeah.
This is all about the swim spa.
Yeah, and we'll get to that. We got a segment coming up on swim spas. But what we did here was we kind of created an innovation wall, which is to focus a little bit on what we did and what we have done as a company and all the exciting adventures that we've taken over the years.
Cool. That is so fun. The Peak Ozone, Smart Filtration, Spa Boy.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
And we're going to touch
access.
on some of these as we go on today.
Free heat, SDS, Eco Pack. Oh my gosh. And like, that's what I love about you guys too, is that you're all about kind of educating the customer on what best suits their needs.
And we do our best, yep. And we want that customer to make the most educated purchase for their own family and just try and help them through the process and walk them through the process, because there's a lot of misinformation out there that we try and overcome.
Well, and it can be kind of intimidating, right? It's a big purchase.
It is. It's a big purchase for many families.
Yeah.
And we want it to be an exciting purchase too, because it's a fun purchase, right? Yeah. This isn't something that anyone needs, but it's a luxury that they should have.
No, I think some people do need them, Chris.
What are you hinting at, Emily?
I'm hinting that I might need one of these in my backyard. Okay, well, coming up, we're going to be showcasing the swim spas, and you guys have cold plunges.
We do.
Like, that's rare. I haven't seen too many of those.
It's new, and I don't want to cheat ahead, but it's going to be fun to talk about.
It's new and trendy, and I may or may not have turned the temperature down when I walked by.
Oh my gosh.
So don't tell the guy that's
I won't say a word.
Okay, there's so much more coming up from Arctic Spas here in Burlington on Morning Live. Okay, we have moved on to demonstrate one of the swim spas that they have here at Arctic Spa, and it's quite the workout. I'm being joined by Alex, and Alex, you kind of grew up in the swim spa world. Like, your dad was like a product distributor?
Yes. So my dad's a dealer, Arctic Spas dealer in Whitby and Vaughan.
Okay.
And we're located here at Arctic Spas Burlington. But yeah, I grew up with one of these in my backyard. So when
Is it the best?
Oh, it was great. Because when you're a kid, you treat it just like a pool.
Yeah.
You swim around, have your friends in.
Of course. Yeah. But like, it's so suitable for families, but especially young families for that reason, right?
Yes, exactly. Because like us, like, we can't use it like a normal pool exactly. Yeah. We're gonna use it like a hot tub and enjoy it, like in the seats here. Yeah. But when you're 3 feet tall, you can use it just like a pool.
Well, my dad has one, and he gets all of his exercise. He's in his 80s, and he gets all of his exercise, for the most part, swimming, because it is such a good workout. Yeah. Swimming against the current, and it's practical for when you want to get some exercise, but you don't really want to go anywhere.
Yeah, 100%. And you get the entire year. It's not just 3 months like a lap pool in your backyard. You have control over the temperature. So in the winter, you can have it just like a normal hot tub. You can sit, enjoy a drink, have company, but then you can also get it lower and use it just like a pool.
Are these customizable in terms of sizes too?
So in terms of sizes, we have one standard size.
Okay.
It's 14 feet by 8 feet.
Okay. And tell me a little bit about this roof, because I didn't notice it until you started moving it up and down.
Yeah, so this is, we work with a company called Cabana. This model here, it's called the Cabana Legend. And what it does is it acts as a gazebo and a hot tub cover. So it's especially easy because in the winter it gets cold. You don't want to go outside in the freezing and get the cover up. So you can put the key like just near your door and turn the key and it'll automatically open for you.
That is amazing, especially for, you know, elderly people or people that have kind of mobility issues.
Oh, yeah, exactly. It makes it easy. Yeah. And you want a hot tub to relax.
Yeah.
So it just it adds on to that.
So it's like an exercising hot tub.
Yeah, exactly. You get the best of both worlds.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun too. Like I can tell. What's his name?
So this is Dylan.
Dylan, are you having fun?
Oh yeah.
Dylan's having a great time. And it even has the waterfall feature. I'm guessing it has lights.
It does, yeah. So it has LED lighting with a variety of different modes. Their lights are in the waterfall, in the cup holders, in these diverters here that change the water pressure, and inside the tub.
That's amazing. And of course, when you guys come and install it, you give everybody a full education on how to use it.
Oh, exactly, yeah. So when we bring the hot tubs to backyards, we put it exactly where you want it. We build whatever options you went with, so we build your steps, so we put your cover on, build your cover lifter.
That's awesome.
And then the delivery team, they'll go through what's called a spa school and explain everything you need to know to own an Arctic spa.
Spa school, I love it. Okay, coming up, we're going to be talking about the cold plunge and lots of other products that they have here at Arctic Spas here in Burlington. Arctic Spas, that is where you find us today in Burlington. I am now being joined by Sean, who works directly for the factory outlet kind of thing, and we're focusing on smart pH. What's the difference between not smart pH and smart pH?
Right. So traditionally, when it comes to taking care of your hot tub, one of the biggest struggles that our customers or customers in general have with hot tubs is balancing their pH levels.
Totally.
So for the last 10 years, we've been working on a technology that we aptly named Smart pH.
Okay.
And this technology is designed to work hand in hand with our Spa Boy automated water care system.
Okay.
This essentially reads the water chemistry on your behalf and automatically adjusts the pH levels.
Okay.
Pair that with the Spa Boy system, the Spa Boy is also going to adjust the sanitizer levels. So what we do is we actually read the water using a medical grade sensor, right? So it's called an ORP probe.
Okay.
And this is testing for the cleanliness of the water. And when it determines that the sanitizer levels have gotten low, it will automatically turn on what we call an electrode. And this produces a small shock or pulse we call electrolysis. So inside the water, we filled it up with our proprietary Onsen sea salt blend.
Okay.
And when it passes through the electrode, it will separate the two molecules that compose salts, sodium and chloride, thusly generating a natural sanitizer.
You're totally giving me a science lesson here.
Absolutely.
Not even speaking English to me as far as I'm concerned.
So the idea here is that we're going to generate a natural sanitizer, and the consequence of which requires significantly less chemical maintenance.
Right.
So there are traditional chemical methods with traditional testing methods.
And there are so many. Like I remember when I did have a spa, I had to take my water in to get it tested because I couldn't even do it at home. Like it was that complicated with hard water, and I had a water softener, and like there were just all these different elements that were just against me, and it was such a nuisance.
Yes, absolutely. It's always been a big problem for spa ownership, and Arctic Spas wanted to tackle the problem head on. And because we are a big innovator of technology in the hot tub space, so we introduced again our first saltwater system, what we called Onsen, back in 2008.
Okay.
8 years later, in 2016, we introduced Spa Boy. And now we have Smart pH. So it's a fully automated system.
This is all you need.
This is all you need.
You go from having 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, like 13 different things that you have to do with your spa.
Absolutely.
To 4, including the app on your phone.
Significantly less maintenance and workload.
And money.
And money, because you can imagine this all costs a certain amount of money. Absolutely.
Totally. So, I mean, it may be more expensive as a system in the long run, but it's going to pay off.
Yeah, absolutely. And one of the added benefits is Because you add so many chemicals to your hot tub, it's not uncommon for you to have to drain and fill your hot tub very frequently.
Right.
So typically on a traditional method, you're usually draining your hot tub every 2 to 3 months.
Totally, especially if you're using it a lot more,
That's right, because the water can only absorb so much solid matter.
Yeah,
right?
and then it gets yuck.
That's right.
Yeah.
So by using such minimal chemicals, however, because we're just adding salts and then a little bit of pH down, and that's assuming you don't have the smart pH system.
Right.
Right? What we call TDS, or total dissolved solids, climb significantly slower.
That's so cool.
So that means you really only have to drain your hot tub once every year or so.
Oh my gosh, that is amazing. Well, thank you for the science lesson.
Yeah, you're very welcome.
Thank you for educating us on how we should be using the chemicals in our hot tub properly. So much more coming up. Cold plunge is next. No, I am not getting in it, but somebody is.
Yeah, it's quite brisk in there, I'll give it that for sure.
Lots more coming up on Morning Live. Okay, this is bravery at its best here. Alex is now in the cold plunge, and don't tell Alex, but earlier when we were walking around, I turned it down a little bit. Sorry, Alex.
I can tell.
Dylan is joining me now. Tell me a little bit about this, what it is, and why you guys decided to make these.
Yeah, so Cold Tub is a company that's been around for 17 years. It started in Boston. The owner of the company was friends with the head athletic trainer of the Bruins, the Boston Bruins, and he started his own product, the Cold Tub.
That's amazing.
It's the only cold tub on the market that's been certified under ULC and UL certifications, and we have what we call Cold Tub PAL. It's very similar to our Spa Boy system, where it'll monitor the pH and the ORP of the spa, and kind of adjust the sanitization level as it needs it, which is perfect for commercial use.
Yeah, that is super cool. So this is like a really big thing for like NHL teams, for NBA teams, right?
So we have a lot of customers that are professional athletes or professional sports teams, where they'll have them in their locker room, they take them on the show, on the road with them, that type of thing.
Really? It's that transportable.
So all of these units will fit through a standard door and then just plug into a standard outlet. So you can put it into any room in any house.
And is it true that you had an NBA player that was too big for the original, so you had to make one to fit him?
Yes, so the model you see here is an upgraded size, and that will fit anyone that's 7 feet tall and 400 pounds. And this was because LeBron James didn't fit into our original unit.
That's amazing. So he's like, guys, I need a bigger one. Well, I mean, the health benefits of cold plunging, they're huge.
Yeah, so there's the obvious recovery ones, where it's basically just like a giant ice pack that'll surround your body. It'll just help you with, after an intense workout, kind of bringing your energy levels back. Your dopamine levels will be 200% above baseline for about 4 hours, which is just insane.
That's huge.
So it's instant, just like your day will be good if you go in 1 in the morning.
Yeah.
It's better than a cup of coffee.
Okay, so improved performance, decreased fatigue, quicker recovery. There are so many benefits. And this one actually can fit 2 people. You guys could have both gotten in there.
Yeah, we could have.
At the same time. And I mean, you can adjust the temperature as you see fit, but what is the most ideal temperature for your cold tub?
So, I mean, it's really up to the user. If you want to start at a hot tub temperature, you can start at 104 degrees Fahrenheit. You can bring it down all the way down to 42 degrees Fahrenheit.
So this can act as both.
Exactly right. And the nice thing about the heater is that it allows it to prevent it from freezing. So if it ever does get a little too cold, if you have this in your backyard, something like that, and it does get too cold, you can that heater will kick in instantly and then heat the water up so it never freezes.
That is amazing. Well, we have had such a good time here today. Thank you so much for having us. You were a real sport in the swim spa, so thank you for that, because I know you're exhausted. And Alex, you are the champion of the day. You have now sat in that cold plunge for more than 3 minutes, so congratulations. All the information from Arctic Spa will be on our website at chch.com.